Blood.
Yeah, that's what iron is usually. Yeah, because high iron content in blood.
Mmm.
That's the reason I said, ow, fuck, that would hurt.
Sun Peak Witch.
Don't for long for anyone. Down to business. I like to get it done quickly.
So that's how it's to be.
I'm supposed to help solve your problem. Tell me what it is. Just the essentials.
The war awoke an ancient power. An evil one that feeds on corruption. Nightmares haunt our nights and days. Folks sleepwalk from their homes, never to return.
Yeah? The dragon or the person? What are you referring to? Yeah, I know. And I know as DM. When I first heard you were going to name her after your daughter, I thought, well, now I feel honored because it's someone from your life, you know? That you thought my story was good enough to deserve that. That's the reason why I felt honored. You know? Does that make sense? No, it doesn't make sense. Hey, Jack. Hey, kitty. Hey, kitty. Hey, kitty cat. In. Correct.
In the whispering hillock, unburied of fathers, sons, daughters, and mothers. Folk are afraid to move them. You must go there. The dark powers must be cast off.
Ladies of the Wood don't know what this power is.
They know all. Old Thecla claimed they'd be punishing us. Folk stopped respecting them. Some even call them witch. But must not be they, for they sent you.
I'll look around the Whispering Hillock.
You be careful, Master Witcher.
She always had him drinking and doing... How do I put it? Except you would never do that.
Why?
Because she was, because of how she was, she got very often the bad side of Zero, which kind of reflected in how she thought of him as a character. But, to be honest with you, she was always trying to get into his pants, which is the reason why she hasn't left him alone, to a degree. She still believes there can be
Nope.
a romance, is I think the words I'm looking for. I'm aware. I'm just stating it. Nope. She was far more gentle. And playful. Very playful. No, he's just more quiet. Now, Alice, the way I portrayed her, was whenever Zero would see her, and there was a flower field nearby, I would describe her running through it, and kicking up flower petals behind her, running through it playfully. Like I would see, you feel the ground shake as you look over there to see what's shaking up the ground. As you see Alice running through the flower field, kicking up petals and strewing pieces of grass and things like that.
Is this a dragon?
Yeah, she was a dragon, and she was doing that. I mean, she still does that. Didn't say you couldn't bring him down a few levels and bring him into any other. You could. You just don't want to. Yeah, which won't be any fun for you, though. Necessarily. Well, I mean, yeah, I can run a few for the dwarf. I always have been able to, but most of them are always going to be a bit more on the peaceful side as well, because you've already gotten a lot of the work done. So like if I was to let you play as a dwarf right now, you wouldn't have woken up in Dragon's Vale. You'd be currently sitting in the Dragon Kingdom, talking to the Dragon King about where he thinks the next Eldunari is. You have one. You're collecting the Eldunari. Next thing you'll be doing from what the Dragon King will be, and Dragon King will be sending Seifer with you for this one. You'll be taking out the Minotaur in the forest next to them, so you can finally remove the darkness. Then you'll be seeing Enoch to see if there's anything else you can do to push back the army of hell, so you can actually close the wormhole. No, I'm not. You're right. But do you see what I mean? But you've got a lot of story. You've got for the dwarf. The dwarf's got a lot of the main story already there for him, because he's endowed with the rest of the main campaign. So he gets a lot of the main spiel. Yeah, spiel. Good luck with that. Yeah, I know what you mean, but I'm just saying good luck with that because you know how they are. I'm gonna spend a lot more story with you and a lot longer with you, and I mean that. So you'll have to give me a bit to think about how to do it, because it's a lot easier to run those stories when I'm not talking to necessarily a player, because I know my own reactions when I'm using your character, and they're not bad, but they're not going to be anything like the player, you know? And I want to see, and yes, I'm very curious and very happy that you're wanting to see your end of the story with the dwarf, but at the same time, I have to make sure it's player ready now, you know? You may be only getting bare bones of story when I want you to get more than bare bones, and I don't want you to get to the wormhole as of yet, so it doesn't make any sense to be able to get to the wormhole right after the Minotaur, because you still have to talk to Enoch to find out where it is, possibly. Maybe ask the Go ahead. Yeah.
Yours and what?
He does. He's just very busy. There's no other reason why you're not there with him.
Wait, I thought we went there, didn't we?
You're in Dragon's Vale right now, Miracle. Make sense?
Yeah, because we headed towards it, even though he kept telling me no.
You wanted to head back towards the castle, is what you said. Fang who told you no right at the moment. But that's mostly because I was trying to get things more player ready for more or less for you because, well, I mean, I guess I can make it more player ready. It is already more player ready. It's just I want to make sure all the players are here for it. It's kind of, how do I put it, rude or mean if I do a main story part when they don't get to hear it. You know?
Wasn't he trying to go there too?
Zero? Yes. Or yes. Yes, he was. Or maybe collecting one or two more of the Eldenaries. Do you like how I'm taking the story with your character, though? I said, do you like how I'm taking the story with your character, though? And not all the Eldenaries you're going to be able to revive with this revival thing. But the ones that you do bring back will still be good, bountiful places of knowledge. So it's not a bad thing.
What?
I was getting on a cloth to wipe off things with in my room. Death is a tiefling, yes. Your point? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh, I'm aware. Aroma would. Aroma thinks it's never a good idea to kill, remember? Yeah, or her. I would think so. I would think so, but I wouldn't know so. I wouldn't know so, but I would think so. Cool.
I carry a. I carry a weight.
Well, what kind of weight are we talking about?
I don't
When you
know.
said it like
You said someone said fury.
You said.
Hmm?
Go ahead.
That kind of. I thought you meant like I was carrying a lot of stuff. I was like, oh. Oh. Mm.
That's better.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yes, well, I'm cleaning up my PS4 and things and cleaning out the fan. Not the fan, the ventilator on the left and right side.
Meow.
Of all the lint. I mean, this is a pretty big part of the main story. I was gonna have them meeting up with your character in the end of it all anyway, to take down the last wormhole, and then finally set it back today. Yeah, it's a long ways off. mean, that would make some sense, I suppose. It's like you're in a relationship, but there's a bonus. But there's a bonus to it if you think about it. What? I mean, there's been nights for two reasons why you haven't slept. Do you want to know one of those reasons? One of them was because some of the dragons were making hatchlings. Said some of the dragons, not all. Sometimes it was Alice, though. Esker and Alice tend to still make hatchlings. Well, they haven't made one recently. I said they haven't made one recently. Why? And why with the oh crap? Isn't that a good thing? Don't you like Esker and how protective he is? Over Alice? You're just kind of wanting to use Dwarf again, be honest. Bullshit it, man. How did that feel? Because now you know how me and Miracle feel when we talk to ourselves. That's how we feel. It's not at all. That's probably one of the worst ideas to do, considering their lowest level Minotaur is about level 40. And this is the reason why I said you'll probably be having help from Seifer. But they'll get me a large portion of the dragons as well. No, true. Although, truth be told, you guys could always go back to playing in Blackwood and then do that. It's even if Death gets to play. At all. Yeah, I know.
Looks like rain.
To a degree, I don't, because you'll get a lot more story this way. But at the same time, I'm not sure how they're going to start the main quest line, because the way you're supposed to start the main quest line is on one of those side quests. There's a paladin who is going to be there with you. for the side quest for our
I
hand.
almost caused the cat war.
And so you'll get from that paladin a letter saying you've been accepted to the guild.
Is it guild?
Yeah, guild
Why do I
called
need
Rising
it?
Paladins.
Anyway.
And I'm not making
Does
you
it
go
include
there.
Dwarf?
Hmm?
Does it include Dwarf?
Yeah, it includes Dwarf. Dwarf knows about it. He's not part of it yet, but he knows about it. The reason why he isn't part of it yet is he doesn't like all their methods. He agrees with most of them, but he doesn't like all of them.
What methods does he not like?
How they're hunting down the demons, not necessarily with any rhyme or reason behind all of them.
Okay, that's stupid.
It's just a reason why the dwarf doesn't like it.
You don't hunt them down for no rhyme or reason. If they did something bad, that'd be more understandable, but if nothing's been done wrong, then leave them the fuck alone. Obviously, they're not trying to harm anyone.
Yeah, and that's some of the case.
That's stupid.
Most of the characters that get... Well, mostly because you're a lawful good character, and, well, you're not lawful good, you're a chaotic good character, and you haven't done anything bad.
Oh, chaotic good choice, man.
They're aware, but you're also an exception, is what they say.
Wait. Chaotic good. Aren't I a tiefling?
Not in my
not
campaign.
in
You're
yours.
still the Nikiv.
Okay.
I mean,
You're
I
gonna
could
get
have you.
that
I
one, Neko.
mean,
I'm not Neko.
depending on how well I roll, let's say, okay. True. But also in reality, miracle. You could become a demon.